What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. This is Tony. Welcome to Talking Timepieces with Tony. This is Paco right here. He's just happy because I just got home and wants to sit on my lap. So say hi, Paco. Today I'm wearing my Zenith Pilot, and today's a Q&A. Yay. For those of you who don't know what the Q&A is, every Friday we do a Q&A. And if you'd like to participate, all you have to do is leave your question in the comment section below, and I'll get it, and then I will read it on the next upcoming Q&A. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone who likes and subscribes. I hope you're continuing. I hope you subscribe if you don't already subscribe, but hope you're having a great new year so far. It's only the first couple of days, but anyway, so let's roll the intro and we'll get into the Q&A. Talking Timepieces with Tony, now rolling. You're talking timepieces with Tony. You're talking timepieces with Tony. All right, so the first question comes from UMQ5147. Thank you for your videos. I wear a Rolex 40mm and have lately liked the Cartier Must and Dumont. My AD keeps telling me I won't like it if I buy it. I also wear the Sky Dweller and the James Cameron. Should I move on to another watch? Dude, that's weird. I don't think your AD, I don't know how well you know your AD. I mean, if you really know him well, like as well like I know Juan, then I could maybe understand that. But you know, who is he to tell you what you're going to like and not like? You know, his job is really to sell watches, and kind of in a sense, if you're interested in the Dumont and you want to purchase it, then purchase it, and he's got no business telling you otherwise. You know, I mean, I'm sure his boss over at that AD wouldn't be too happy to hear the fact that he's trying to convince you not to buy a Cartier Dumont or a Must. You know, yeah, I get what you want. Who cares what your AD says, man? You know what I mean? It's like, I'll give you an example. When I bought my Oris last week or the week before, whenever I bought it, Juan really liked another one. He's like, kept showing it to me. He's like, I go, yeah, I don't want that one now, dude. I'm not going to get that one. So I bought the one I bought because I liked it. I wanted it, not because, you know, he's like going, I like this one better. I don't, when it comes down to it, you're the one who has to wear the watch. You're the one who's going to live with that watch. You know what I mean? Your AD is not there for the opinion. I mean, you can ask him, what do you think of the watch? And you can say, well, you know, I like so-and-so better or whatever, but saying you ain't going to like it, I don't know, man. I'd say buy whatever you want to buy, and that's about it, you know? I don't know. That's pretty strange. But thanks for your question, man. Next one from David Parrish Productions. Hey, David. How's it going, man? Happy New Year. Question for the future. I just watched the Netflix special on Elvis Presley's 1968 comeback. It's amazing. What are your thoughts on Elvis, both person and the performer? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I never met him, dude, so I don't know him as a person, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I was never an Elvis fan. He never wrote any of his own songs. No disrespect. I mean, he's obviously very popular and a household name. I liked Blue Hawaii, you know, that movie, but I think I prefer his movies to his music for sure. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, David. Have a good one, man. Next one. ZD Nice. What do you think of the Hodinkee Chronomaster original triple calendar? That would be Zenith, the Zenith triple calendar. I love Zenith triple calendar. I like it in the white dial, and I like it in the green dial. And I like it on a leather strap. I wouldn't have it on the bracelet. If I had it on the bracelet, I would take the bracelet off. The Hodinkee is okay. It's like a black dial, right? But the subdials are meteorite, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I've only seen a few pictures of it, but I don't know too much about the watch other than, well, I mean, it's a Zenith triple calendar. You know, it's got the month, the day, the date. It's got the chronograph and a moon phase. You know, it's a really nice watch. Yeah, it's cool, man. You know, Zenith make excellent watches. You know, thanks for your question, man. Jamal Ahmad. Jamal Ahmad 3913. Hi, Tony. Hope you find this well. Just curious, what are your thoughts on winders, and do you usually keep yours in a watch box or a winder? Also, I bought a brand new Sea Dweller in 2020, and it seems to lose a minute or so every week. Kind of concerning. What do you advise? Now, I keep my watches in boxes. If you watch my, set, like 6 slot, 10 slot, and 12 slot boxes, I don't keep them in the original box. I have a 4 slot watch winder that I've had for years that I don't use at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but the thing is, watches have gears and they have oil, right? So sometimes if you're not going to wear the watch for a period of time, then I recommend letting it sit and have a break. You're cutting less wear and tear on the watch, aren't you? And those oils, but you don't want a watch to sit too long either, because those oils are going to dry up too. And I'm not talking about within the span of a year or so, but I don't really have anything against watch winders. If I had a perpetual calendar watch or an annual calendar watch, I would definitely keep it on a winder because they're a bitch to set. So excuse me. So I keep them in boxes, multiple watch slot boxes, and I don't use my watch winder. But if that's what you want to do, then by all means, go ahead. You also bought a Sea Dweller in 2020, and it seems to lose a minute or so every week. Kind of concerning. What is it now? 2025. You're at 5 years on that watch. I would take it to your AD and have them look at it. Yeah, I mean, if it's losing time, if it was gaining time, it'd be one thing. I'd say it might be magnetized, but if it's losing time, then there might be something legit wrong with it. You know what I mean? I would get it checked out, just to be safe, So thanks for your question, man. Appreciate it. This next one comes from Ariel Fortele. Hey, Tony. In his last episode, Federico from Federico Talks said the current generation of Zenith Pilot is very boring and people don't like it that much anymore. From my point of view, it's an amazing watch and I have it on my radar as a next purchase. So what do you think about Federico's statement, if you don't mind me asking? I don't care. He's got his own opinion. I saw that one. But, excuse me, I'm sorry. The problem with that there's a lot of issues I have with him as a person, because he used to be a humble, really cool guy, and I've spoken to him many times on the phone, and I've sold him many watches many years ago, before, just as he was getting started, and his ego is just freaking blown up. Like I mean, it's like, dude, get over yourself. I don't care what his opinion is, but what he's trying to do is shove his opinion down your throat, saying that, no one likes it and it's boring and it's what, and that's fine. He's entitled to it. And I'm not mad at him for his opinion, because, it's, I don't care what anyone likes or dislikes, but when you try to shove something down, people start saying, no one bought it and da da da. I know plenty of people who bought it, not so much personally, but I know a lot of my viewers have it and love it. So, sometimes you're better off kind of keeping your mouth shut, as far as I'm concerned. And that's directed at him, not you. So, I mean, it's an awesome watch, So is all you had? Let's see. Yeah, it is kind of boring, but you know what? That's why I like it. Thanks for your question, man. Raphael Oliva 6425. Hope all is well, Tony. After watching your Cartier Santos review video, I was hooked. Went out and purchased a two-tone and a stainless variant of the Santos. Awesome. Congratulations, man. My girlfriend got me the all-black ADLC version for Christmas. I also have picked up a Cartier blue calfskin and burgundy alligator straps, making the watch and strap combinations I have now mind-boggling. Where now it is to the point. My Rolexes are not getting much wrist time. What is your opinion on the all-black ADLC Santos? I would appreciate feedback from your awesome viewers who have the same watch and can rate how the ADLC coating wears. I'm a bit concerned that deep scratches can't be polished out. Happy New Year, and to your viewers. And then you left me a thing. You left me your favorite watches in response to what 3 watches I would keep. GMT Batgirl 41mm Datejust Cartier Santos large with the silver opaline dial. Thanks for your question, man. The ADLC coating, I mean, that's diamond light coating, what that is. And it's a stronger coating than, say, like an anodized type coating. So if you scratch it, it's not going to really scratch. You have to hit it really hard to scratch it, dude. You know, I mean, I wouldn't wear the watch simply because I'm just not into black watches and all that, you know, that type of thing. But it's a beautiful watch nevertheless, you know. But you really have to, you know, you really have to knock that thing around to scratch it, to scratch it to where it takes the diamond light coating away from the case, you know. If any of you guys, like he's asking, you know, have it and what you think, drop a comment, let us know what your opinion is. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Next one, For Doggy Family 181. Hi, Tony. Season's greetings. Season's greetings to you too, man. Your thoughts on the following. My Rolex AD has indicated that GMT 2 Pepsi white gold with meteorite dial is a good possibility, as well as a day date rose gold with black ombre dial. Well, I'd like to get both. They're pretty pricey. They are. And if I can only choose one, what would you recommend? Just FYI, I've purchased from this AD a Submariner, a Pikachu, and a 1908 with a white dial. You got one of those? That's cool, man. Okay, so between the GMT Master 2 Pepsi with the meteorite dial and the day date, dude, I would go with the GMT Pepsi, man. I would totally go with that one. That's, you know, that's still an everyday watch. You know what I mean? You can still wear that every day, and it's under the radar because no one's going to know it's white gold. You've got your 1908, which is your dress watch from Rolex, right? Your day date, beautiful watch, man. You know what I mean? And it's dressy, and you can wear it casual, but at the same time, it screams, rob me. But depending on where you're at in the world, I don't know. But, you know, I would not buy it because of that, because just the way I am. But I would go with the GMT, man. It's more versatile, and it's freaking awesome, especially with that meteorite dial. But you know, and you got a pretty good thing here. You got a sub, a Pikachu, the Daytona. Is that one legible? I don't know how your eyesight is, so I don't know why I bothered asking. But hey, man, I appreciate your question, and good luck with your watches there, man. That's awesome. The next one comes from S. Dempsey 1984. Tony, can you see yourself buying a day date in 2025? Seems like it would complete your Rolex collection. I can't right now. I mean, you know, I got some things I got to take care of. You know, this year is going to be a real slow year for me with watches, depending on, you know, a few things. So, but you never know. I mean, something could happen, and it's not out of the question. You know, probably other watches I'd want. You know, I'm pretty like I would not want it to be yellow gold, and I wouldn't want to have rose gold. Although I would, but then I would like probably not wear it. I probably wouldn't wear it. You know what I mean? And it would have the same issue as like some of my other ones. They sit in the bank. You know what I mean? So it'd have to be one that's either white gold or the platinum, but the platinum's too heavy. So yeah, it's something to think about, but I don't know. It's not in the cards for me as far as right now goes. But thanks for your question, man. W Gravely, jeez, man, W Gravely 5290. Hello, Tony. Happy Q&A Friday. Happy Q&A Friday to you too, man. Hope you're having a great holiday. It's done with now, but thanks, man. I hope you had a good one. My wife and I are new to this timepiece game, but we're having a great time learning all about it. Over the last year, we found an awesome AD that we both very much like and have each purchased a Rolex Explorer 40 for me and a turquoise 31mm Oyster Perpetual for my wife. We are both extremely happy, obviously. My question is very basic. When you take off a watch, how do you set it down? On its side, its crown, its bracelet, or its face? I'm assuming you have lots of watch boxes or rolls, but if you were just taking it off to shower, how would you place it on the counter? Thanks, keep on rocking. P.S. I'm thinking a Submariner, no date, is next for me. My wife wants a fancier date just with diamonds. Oy vey. Awesome, man. That's cool. congratulations for your Rolex. Congratulations for continuing to want to get more. And your question is, how do I set my watch down? Well, let me just give you an example. You know, because I have, first and foremost, you know, I have this stand, all right? It's a Zenith stand. And I keep 2 watches on this, mostly at all times. So on the Rolex, okay, because that's what we're talking about, I will, you know, if I'm going to put it down, just pretend this is a table, I guess, then I'll just set it down like that, on not the crown side. And if it's wood or if it's ceramic or, you know, like marble or something like that, you can always put a towel down. You know what I mean? I have on this table here, which you can't see, it's a wood table, but I also have 2 like polishing cloths that are, one polishing cloth that's for polishing, and then the other one I can put the watch down. If I've got, say, a third watch, or I'm wearing a watch, 2 on the Zenith stand, and I want to put one down there, then I'll put it down there. What I won't do is lay it flat down like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it right now, but you know, if this watch gets a couple of scratches, I don't care. I can't stand it. You see people put their watches down like that. It's just not a good idea. You know, so just take it off, this side down. Even if you don't have a towel, like even if it's like a paper towel or toilet paper, a piece of toilet paper, depending on where you know, just set it down like that. You know what I mean? It's not going to hurt the watch, you know. And if you don't want to shower in it, you know, don't shower in it. But you know, that's how I do it, man. All right. Thanks for your question, dude, and good luck with your purchases in the future to you and your wife. And the Tiffany watch, turquoise. All right, next one from Vahan S. Happy New Year, Tony. Hey, Vahan, what's happening, dude? How are you? Wishing you and our watch friends a healthy and successful 25. You as well, dude. As far as the Holy Trinity, leave it alone. Patek APVC. Fair enough. Question for the Q&A. I remember you telling the story of how you got your GMT. If I remember correctly, Juan asked you randomly, hey, would you be interested in a Batman or Batgirl? And you said yes. If you were offered the BLRO, aka the Pepsi instead, would you have accepted, or was your heart set on the Batgirl? Yeah, it was kind of went like that, you know. I mean, I was there that day. It was a couple years ago now at this point, and you know, I had no intention of getting a GMT Master 2. It wasn't like something I went out to strive to get. You know what I mean? It was just offered to me, and I took it. And I got it 4 days after Juan asked me if I wanted it, and I said, yeah. You know, I'm like, well, yeah, okay. If you would have offered me the Pepsi, then I would have taken the Pepsi, man. I like the Pepsi too, but I do prefer black and blue over black and red. You know what I mean? I do prefer the Batman, whatever, the black and blue color more than the black and red. So, you know, and he was gonna get it to me on an oyster bracelet, and I was like, Jubilee, man, Jubilee, you know. And then I got it on the Jubilee, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, I would have taken it, you know. I mean, he wants to get me one now, a Pepsi, so we'll see what happens. But thanks for your question, dude. Douglas Kruger 357. Hey Tony, great video. Question: since you love your Zenith Pilot and would be in your top 3 keepers, can you discuss your reasons why it's one of your favorites and the things you like and don't like about it? Maybe talk about why you chose that Pilot over something like an IWX Mark. Thanks, Doug. I'm gonna assume you mean IWC, like a Mark 20 or a Mark 19 or Mark 18. What I like about it, it's like, is what not to like as far as I'm concerned. It's super legible. I can read this watch without my glasses, with my reading glasses, and with my vision glasses, you know, and I don't have to, don't have to squint. I don't have to look at it. It's got a, you know, it's just a nice pilot watch, man. What don't I like about it? I don't know. I don't think there's anything I don't like about it, you know. It has 100 meters water resistance. Darn it, I wish it had 200 meters. It's a strap magnet, you know. When it winds, it's like you can't even hear it wind. Maybe a little bit, but it's just, I don't know. It's a sick watch. So there's not, there's really no negatives to this watch. I know it's kind of boring, but the thing is, it doesn't go out of it. When you get watches with colors and all this other thing, it's now becomes more of like, is that what's in fashion now? This is just a straight up watch. I like the fact that it's, now at this point, I think it's $7,800 or $8,000 or something like that. No one knows what the hell it is when you're wearing it. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about it. As far as this over an IWC Mark 20, for instance, all freaking day, dude. There's so much more with Zenith than there is with like a Mark 20. You know what I mean? I don't even think IWC uses in-house movement for the Mark 20, do they? I know they used to use ETA. With the El Primero movement, you've got way more heritage and history. Granted, it's a 3-hand, not the chronograph, but still. So yeah, I will take Zenith any day over it. But the Mark 20 was on the Mark 18 was on my radar. And I almost bought one a long time ago. And then this came out and I was like, nope, this is what I'm getting, man. So I appreciate your question, dude. Next one is from Christian B4517. Happy New Year, Tony. I wish you all the best and success. You as well, man. Thank you. But mostly full of good health for the 2025. Thank you. I appreciate that. My question is, I got the rose gold Daytona on an Oyster Flex from my AD about a month ago. What's your take on it? I love it, but after spending $33,000 on it, it just makes me a little nervous. Do you think they offered it to me because no one wanted it? Or they chose me specifically because they saw you walking down the mall and they went, there's a sucker. Or because I'm a valuable customer and spend history. I know the white gold and Pikachu sells for a premium, but I'm not too sure about the rose gold. I still love it. I just like to hear your knowledge. Thank you, sir. Yeah, dude, I can't believe your AD would treat you so poorly, offering you a Daytona. I mean, come on, dude. No, dude, that's like, are you kidding? You got offered a Daytona, man. It just, that's regardless if it's, I don't care what the fact is that you can get anything, like you're not talking about a date just, I'm not talking about an OP, but you got a Daytona and you got a rose gold on an Oyster Flex, man. That's cool, dude. No, it's awesome, man. It's, yeah, they didn't just offer it to you because no one wanted it. I don't know where you're at, you know what I mean? It's like, but if there's a AD in Arkansas in the backwoods, I'm sure that they got plenty of stock, so just kidding. But yeah, it's dude, no, don't enjoy it. And what does it matter anyway? I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, man, just that's awesome. Congratulations, and thanks for your question. Charles Hartman. Hi, Tony. Thanks for the videos. Charles here from Montreal. I'm an airline pilot who's currently in the market for a GMT. I know you have the Batman, which I really like, but do you have any other suggestions for a GMT? Thanks, Tony. All the best. There's the Explorer 2 Polar, or it doesn't have to be the Polar, black dial. You just not Rolex. So there's like Seikos, like some of the higher end Seikos that have GMTs. The Zulu Time by Longines. That's a badass watch. Only a few $1,000. So there's a lot of them out there. It just depends on really what you're looking for as far as either just a GMT, but what style of GMT. Do you want a sporty GMT or do you want a dressy GMT? You know what I mean? But check out the Longines. That's pretty cool. Check out some of those Seikos too. But I don't know too much about the Seikos. So. But I appreciate your question and best of luck in your search. And I'm sure people will comment and give you some ideas. You know what I mean? So you guys comment. Let them know what some other options for GMTs are. And then, Charles, you can go ahead and go through those comments and get some ideas as well. So thanks. I like to have my viewers participate, man. Why not? All right. Next one comes from Team McNamara 5320. Hi, Tony. I'm interested in your thoughts on the Piaget Polo. I don't hear a lot of talk regarding this watch, but I think it's great. I know it shares similarities with Patek, but it's its own watch or simply a homage. Thanks. Yeah, I get it where you're coming from. I like it. I really do. I think it's an awesome looking watch, but I love Piaget. I had a Piaget. I love the way it looks, man. I think, homage, they might be a little close there, but, at the same time, I think it's its own thing because of it being Piaget. You know what I mean? It's not like, everybody copies everyone, man. I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm gonna do a video on Gerald Genta, the fraud. You see, but until that video comes out, you don't sit there and say, "What do you mean he's a fraud?" So I got some shit, man. It's all good, But I think when it comes down to it, it's a beautiful watch, and I've not tried one on. I'd like to try one on just to see, how it feels and what it looks like in person, man. So I don't know. If you dig it, buy it, dude. Who cares what anyone else thinks, right? Thanks for your question, man. Michael Saraceno, 3438. Oh my God, this video is getting long. Last question. Hey Tony, happy Friday. Amazing strap on the Oris. Thanks, dude. Really nice combo. I'm shocked you didn't select the GMT as one of your 3 watch options, but makes sense since you mentioned how comfortable the sub is. Anyhow, I have a question this week. I own an Omega Speedmaster Professional 3861 caliber, purchased new from the AD almost 2 years ago. The OCD in me noticed that the minute hand advances to the next minute when the second hand is somewhere at 55 seconds, maybe a little earlier. Is this considered normal deviation? And at what point would you recommend servicing the watch? It has a 5-year warranty, so I do have some time left. Thanks as always, and hope you enjoy the weekend and New Year. Thanks, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know enough about the Speedy as to know if that's normal for that. I mean, you could try to put my Rolex back on the Zenith strap. Just what I would do is just stop your watch, set it to the minute you want, but put the second hand back at the 12 o'clock. It's a chronograph, so yeah, but still at the 12 o'clock. And once the time hits that time, push your crown back in. It's a hacking movement, right? And then check it. You know what I mean? Because if you do it that way and then it's going at 55 seconds, then it obviously it's running fast. But the other thing is that the minute hand should be gradually moving, not snapping. Is that what it does? Because again, I don't know that watch, but it should just gradually be moving to it. You know what I mean? So, but if you have any concerns, I would just say if it's under warranty, man, just take it in, have them look at it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one.